Well, there's renewed calls for the protection of whistleblowers as 6 men accused of killing Babita Deokaran are back in court today. Deokaran was shot outside her home in Winchester Hills in 2021 while in the process of exposing corruption. It was all looking into contracts at Tembisa Hospital. Well, yesterday, the Ahmed Kathrada and the Sophia and Henry de Bruin Foundations called for the protection of whistleblowers here in South Africa. They had gathered ahead of the 67th commemoration of the 1956 Women's March. There for us, eNCA's Manqoba Mchunu.
An event paying tribute to the leaders of the 1956 Women's March. 67 years later, their selfless contribution is being remembered.
We want to ensure that their gravesites, their stories, and their legacies are never forgotten. And that's why we bring people here every year. We tell the stories of the march, the leaders of the march, to generations of young people who, unfortunately, today are a bit late, but who will then continue this work for as long as is required.
And a reflection of the struggles of women of today.
We still have challenges of women who are being abused, and they are not women who are African or women who are colored. It is women across racial settings, and we have a responsibility to carry the legacy of these women to make sure that our voice gets heard.
Did our women sports leaders have to fight so hard for recognition and acknowledgement by our own country and our own government? So we have made some gains, but clearly still some way to go.
The month also marks 2 years since the murder of whistleblower Babita Deokaran, with calls being made for justice and protection of those who blow the whistle on wrongdoing. The senior Gauteng Health Department official was gunned down outside her home on the 23rd of August for exposing corruption linked to the Tembisa Hospital.
We had hoped by this time that acting on the SIU report, as a minimum, the people implicated in all of the corruption that was flagged at the Department of Health would have been suspended. They are all in their jobs today. All of the companies that she had identified are still continuing to trade with the Department of Health and perhaps with other institutions of government. They have not been blacklisted.
The foundation has launched an online petition calling for those responsible for Deokaran's murder to be held accountable. This as the man accused of her murder are set to appear in court on Monday. Manqoba Mchunu, Johannesburg.